What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another random crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Zcash to BTC. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap. We are seeing some slight retracement within the market, and I do have an article I do want to share with you guys. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump right into today's episode. So before we jump into the current coin market cap, I do want to first start off on this article posted by CoinDesk saying Bitcoin risks slide to 9.5K after sudden $700 price drop. So just a couple of things right off the bat. Bitcoin quickly fell from $10,840 to $10,000 earlier today, confirming a rising wedge breakdown on the hourly chart. The bearish reversal pattern has opened the doors for a retest of 9,467. On the way to lower prices, prices may find support at 100-day moving average, yada, yada, yada. So as we know, if you look at some of these charts, you can see that we did break bearish, and I will show you that in specific on my chartings in a couple of minutes. You'll also notice on the daily charts how we are also coming back down to retest bottom support, and we did actually manage to break through that. So I do want to jump into that really quick and share that with you. This was just a quick recap of what exactly is going on CoinDesk. It was a semi-short article, nothing too crazy, but that was pretty much just a quick summary of what is going to be discussed in today's video. Now to jump into the current coin market cap, we are down. I do just want to refresh. I think I forgot. Let's see. But I do no, actually, so I did already refresh, so we are good to go. So as you can see, a lot of things are in red right now. A lot of things did break bearish, quite interesting. Market cap 262.7 billion, 24-hour volume 59 billion, and Bitcoin dominance 69%. So Bitcoin dominance is actually increasing by quite a bit, but you can see the majority of the market is down in red today. Everything is actually down, down 5-6%, which is quite wild. Litecoin's still in the number 5 position, down quite a bit from Bitcoin Cash, taking a pretty big hit. But you can see as Bitcoin retraces, everything is pretty much falling and going into lower levels. Everything so far is down. The first green coin is Bitcoin, which is in number 50. So everything is literally falling about 5 to 6%. And we do see that volume did spike up to $60 billion. So what does that have to do with the rest of the market? I do just want to jump in and kind of figure out what exactly is going on. So you can see right now we're on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually dropping. Quite interesting enough. We are in a bit of a downtrend / symmetrical triangle. I do have a couple of things I do want to discuss with you. So I did have a subscriber of mine send in an article, send in his charts, which I do really appreciate. And he was on the 4-hour. I'm not particularly fond of the 4-hour charts, so I do just want to jump into the daily charts. That's what we're on right now. And you can see I did draw his downtrend. He did have a symmetrical downtrend forming right here. I do have this as an ascending triangle, but this really doesn't affect us that much. We haven't really seen prices as high as that in quite some time now. But you'll notice we do have our uptrend right here, and we do have our resistance right at top here, as well as resistance of $12,800 something. So you can see we are starting to climb back upwards. We did manage to actually break through our support and are heading down lower. I'm not particularly too worried because I do think we will retrace back up and retest previous support. You will notice, though, that we did actually come into some problems right here with this resistance. We did break back below that. I know we did just 2 days ago break above, so it's interesting to see that we did manage to break lower than that. But, you know, today is just the beginning. We do have a couple more areas to retest. There's a couple more support areas that we do have, and there's a good chance we could close today's candle right above here and actually move back up. You know, we have had wicks in the past where we did actually manage to break below this uptrend right here, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we do see us retrace right back up and consolidate back above our line. We've done it numerous times in the past. As I zoom in, you'll notice. You can see right here we have previous candles where we have actually wicked back up and closed the daily. So I'm not too worried to see that that's most likely going to happen today. I'd be quite shocked if we don't. That will be the first time we've actually broken down below this in quite some time. We are, you know, coming into retesting of support back down at $9,500, as well as our high-low minimum moving averages, which are also pulling the price of the crypto back up. Bitcoin may actually retrace to higher levels. I really do think we're going to consolidate back up. I think this is just short-term consolidation and wicking back downwards, but I do think for the most part we will start to wick back up. So I wouldn't be too surprised within Bitcoin, but the unfortunate downtrend that we did have right now did unfortunately pull the rest of the market down with it. I do just want to draw that in. I think that's quite interesting, but just for you guys to notice. Now, I do want to jump over to Litecoin, see what exactly is happening within Litecoin. You'll notice Litecoin is also falling down to lower levels. It's interesting to see that we do have a support that it is playing around with. I do just want to draw that in right now. Oops, did not mean to do that, wherever that went. You can see right here, there is a nice support where it did test numerous times there, and are currently retesting that right now. So I'm just going to leave this here. Once again, we're bottoming out on our oversold line, so I don't think we're going to fall much lower than that. I do think this is why we're wicking back up here, but for the most part, we are consolidating. I know we did have a pretty bear market right now ever since the halving did come for Litecoin. Do I think it's the end? No. I've been reading a lot of you guys' comments in terms of where this market is going. Are we bearish? The market's over, Litecoin's dead, things of that nature. Do I agree with it? Not really. I mean, for those who are commenting that are most likely new to the market, or just recently getting involved in crypto, or who haven't really made any profits since getting involved with it. That's why I think it's only short term for you guys. We've seen many prices consolidate to higher levels since. You know, Bitcoin is still up quite significantly, 10 grand, $10,000 when we fell to as low as I believe it was 2 something. All the way down to like 3, I'm seeing 3 even lower, all the way down to 2.8 practically. So the fact that we're back at $10,000 and we've seen $20,000, and this is all happening in less than 2 years, gives me the benefit of the doubt to assume this is just a short-term move. We do look at these charts every single day, so it is, you know, something to consider that sometimes checking things out every single day, it can become very slow, but in the long term of things, you know, we're actually up quite a bit. We're still up from 2019. From the start of this year to the end of this year, we still have significantly grown in terms of price, so I wouldn't be too, upset that we are in a short-term bearish move. You know, we can't just constantly be going straight up. But for the most part, you know, we are double bottoming right here. We did seem to find some sort of, you know, potential support that we're holding quite well. And I do think within a very short-term near future, we will start to swing back upwards, retesting support nearing $95 to $100, being that's where the high-low minimum moving average is, before we start to swing up, potentially retesting $140 once again. Otherwise, moving on to Ethereum. Now we'll wrap things up with Zcash. Let me just check that. We do have a very interesting pattern right here. So the cool thing about Ethereum is Ethereum did not really break into areas that I wasn't expecting. You can see right here, we do have an uptrend, and we do have our resistance right here. You'll notice that we did manage to, you know, hang out on this support for quite some time now, and as I zoom into support right here, you'll notice we didn't really do anything unexpected. Resistance was from the downtrend. We managed to break downwards, and we are being withheld from support right here. Do I think this support's going to last? I think yes. I think this is just short term from the resistance of this downtrend. We are somewhat in a symmetrical triangle, but this support I do think is going to hold quite well. Even if we break through, we've seen wicks before where we closed back up above that. We are trading quite low for 37 on the RSI. Plenty of room to move up higher, and I do think we are going to do exactly that. So I do think, once again, a swing very soon will be back up to this level, and I did say I bought into Bitcoin, so I'm really not that worried, and I did buy into Litecoin and Ethereum, so I'm really not that worried with this short-term retracement. These are really great prices, and, you know, I did buy in right at around 10 grand flat, so we're not even down that much to begin with, so I do think within the near future we will start to swing up, and we won't be, you know, we'll be looking back at this time and laughing quite well. So lastly, I do want to just wrap up with Zcash. Zcash does seem to be somewhat of a relevant coin, for even though we are trading quite low, which is surprising to me. But as I zoom in, you'll notice that we are trading very low. Once again, just flatlined out on this line right here as I zoom in and give you guys a closer look. Really no movement at all, which is interesting, just sideways trading. We are quite below our high-low MA. We were practically oversold, now slowly starting to trade back to higher levels. Do I think we are going to head back up? Yeah, I do think in the short term, in the long term we will. I think once again we will make some sort of move similar to what we've had in the past, where we did get some volume to bring us back up to the high-low MMA. We may not break through, but I do think we will see a region like this being covered. So, you know, in these bear markets, it's not crazy to see such slow-moving, you know, crypto, and these are the biggest opportunities to be buying in, truthfully, compared to, you know, when the market's up and booming. That's when people, you know, lose out a lot of money. These are the prices where people can get in, and then when the markets start to boom, you'll be the early bird that catches a worm. But otherwise, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the video, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.